What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Infinite Gains back again with another GME and AMC update video. So yeah, I mean, nothing's really changed from my previous video. It's just literally the message that I've been driving is to have patience. Just have patience. And I mean, if you're trying to time the exact bottom, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, that's not how you should be even approaching trading this stock. I mean, seriously, I mean, are you trying to day trade GME? Like, are you gonna sell? Like, and if that's true, then I don't know why you're in GME. I mean, you should identify key levels in which you should be trying to dollar cost average into your position. I mean, really think about what Roaring Kitty did. Did Roaring Kitty just YOLO his entire portfolio at one moment into GME? No, I mean, he identified key levels and bought systematically DCA'd into a position because he's a legitimate investor. Like, that's how trading is done. And it's like, why torture yourself with this micro, like, no, it's going to exactly bottom here, like, it's going to do this, like, it's, who gives a shit? Like, seriously. GME at these levels is free money. Like, you have to understand, at $20, GME's 50% of its market cap was in pure cash. This, like, not adding its inventory, its real estate, its maybe future speculation of its value, like free cash flow, like a list of other fundamentals, literally just half the MC was in cash. Like, you have to identify key levels in which, hey, this might be a good opportunity to add and DCA into my position. That's just how trading is done. And it's like, if you're trying to day trade GME, why the fuck are you even in GME? Go trade Nvidia. Like, go trade SPY. Like go trade another stock. It just doesn't make sense. Like, this stock has the opportunity to change your life. I am here to make money, and I hope you're here to make money as well. I hope. Like, I'm not here to be right. I'm not here to make videos and be like, hey, you know what? I call this exact fucking level. I don't give a shit. I'm here to make money, and I'm here to bring you guys along on this financial journey. Like, that's why I'm here. That's why I make these videos, because I do understand you see all these fucking red candles and shit, and, like, you get kind of, you know, scared or something. You're getting kind of like, damn, like, you know, what's going on here? So I do kind of try to make videos to, like, help people out, you know? I mean, that's literally all I'm here for. I'm not here to fucking grift you. I'm not here to get your money or some shit. I'm here to help you try to navigate this stock the best I can. Now, why are we torturing ourselves with this micro level shit? I don't know. I'm not. I'm literally mad chilling. I literally am mad chilling. I don't even think about GME anymore. Like, I saw the 10% today, and I didn't even give a shit. Like, I felt nothing. Like, I saw the 10%, and I don't even care. Because I already know what my thesis is. Like, I already know what the thesis and what's going to happen. So this, you know, micro stuff, like, whatever, like, I don't even care. It's not even on my mind. But it's like, you could have identified this level, because, I mean, I literally posted this on my Twitter account. I mean, if you go to my Twitter right now, it's on there. But, I mean, like, if you want to try to think about it like, oh, you know, we have this harmonic, we have this PRZ zone. Or if you want to think about it as some kind of, like, Wyckoff schematic where, you know, you first hit your liquidity zone, you come up, get a rejection, like, retest here, come down, make this kind of spring, come down, retest your liquidity zone, and then you want to make your way up to this kind of $30 area, and then basically show a sign of strength. It's called a sign of strength. Boom, bounce off this $30 area, and then you're fucking ready or some shit. Like, look, this stuff is kind of just meaningless in my opinion. Like, just, we already know the thesis. Just start DCAing at key levels, like, and then once you, I mean, like, it'll just happen. Like, we don't wait for news. Don't, like, stalk Roaring Kitty's Twitter account. Be like, no, he has to post for MOAS to happen. Like, I get it. Just be patient. Like, just calm down. Like, we're fine. Like, this shit is literally programmed. Like, it's playing out. But I mean, yeah, I mean, we look fine. I mean, if you go to our weekly, let's go to our weekly chart. So you're kind of actually printing this kind of like hammer candle on your weekly so far. But I mean, you can see that. I mean, if the weekly closes out strong Friday, I mean, I don't really see any reason why we can't see a continuation into strength. But I mean, I guess I was gonna show you guys what happened on the like lower time frame stuff. So like you have to put extended hours on your chart to kind of see the full story, because I mean, you think that like pre-market or like after hours, like they're just going to like random levels or some shit. Like no, like these are actually key levels. Like you'll like pre-market, you bounced off a pretty like important level. Like these are like, this is like the real deal. But I mean, you had this kind of gap fill area right here, and like price literally returned exactly to that area. I mean, this was also like a liquidity zone. So like if you want to look at it that way, you could have identified that price. I mean, if you want to take like a simple, retrace, if you want to look at this as some kind of like 5-wave move to the upside, I mean, you could have identified this level like, 0.618 or something like that. Like that's completely pointless. Really, what you just wanted to see was a higher low created in price, and it was actually pretty important that $20 level held, right? I mean, that was actually pretty important. Like people want to say like, oh, it was because of the 8K filing. Not really. Like that really wasn't the reason why that actually happened. Why this move to the upside happened, but whatever. So it is important that you break this 2230. I mean, realistically, you want to break your local top, all right? That's what you want to break to kind of see a breakout. You want to break your local top here to kind of confirm that. So have some kind of confirmation that you're kind of done with this downtrend here. But that's just like micro stuff. I mean, if we go to the weekly, you see the hammer candle. Your stock RSI is kind of bottoming here, and then if we go to our monthly, our MACD is curling to the upside. If we go to our daily, our stock RSI is ready, and your MACD is still in the process of curling up. So I mean, we're fine. Like we're fine. Like just have patience. Like seriously, like just have fucking patience. Like, and don't be day trading GME. Like don't be like, I have to time the exact bottom. Like I know exactly where it's gonna go. Like no, you fucking don't. Like you don't know that. So it's just like, why are you torturing yourself? Like we do see, okay, we have this liquidity zone, and this is what you'd want to see. You'd want to see a deep spring pass, right into this liquidity zone, come up, retest, and you want to see a pretty decent bounce up to this next zone at around $30. And then you want to break that zone. So like if you're waiting for some kind of like really like confirmation, I would say break, and then confirmation is like, okay, you might not even get confirmation, because you might, as soon as you break that fucking $30, you might just absolutely rock it out of here. Which is why, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why are you risking getting left behind? Like, why are you, like, I don't understand. And I don't get it. Like, what are you gonna sell? Are you gonna sell GME? And if you are selling GME, I don't know why you're doing that. I mean, end of the day, like, we're fine. AMC's still independent. AMC's, it's currently trying to recover the 200 SMA, but, we're structurally fine. And, yeah, I could put on some indicators and be like, we're doing this, we're doing that. It doesn't really matter. Like, it just doesn't. Just, like, same as my last video. Be patient and don't don't get scared. That's what they want to happen. Like, they want to create 5 red candles in a row and get you like in this psychological mode where you're like freaking out or some shit, and you're thinking like, oh, this shit's about to tank bad here, like, and then it doesn't, and it goes up 10%. Like, tomorrow they could pull some other stunt on you. So anyways, I think that we're in the end game. Like, I think that we are. So I'll go over Bitcoin and Nvidia and SPY, I guess. So yeah, I mean, I think Bitcoin is kind of turning over. If we put on our multi SMAs, and I guess we'll put on our support band here, and then we're already on the weekly. So weekly rejection from your support bands and a rejection from your 200 SMA. That's bearish. Like, I hate to break it to the Bitcoin maxis, but as of right now, like the chart that I am looking at right now, you can't be bearish. I mean, you can't be bullish. Like, you literally cannot be bullish on this chart. Now, if we come up, right, come back down and use the support bands as support, and you start breaking this trend, okay, I'll give up. I'll admit I was wrong, dead ass. I'll make a video and be like, you know, like, if we start coming up, like, we use this shit as support, and then you start breaking this channel here. Look, I'll admit I was wrong. Like, full stop. I'll admit I was wrong. Right now, you can't be bullish. Like, I'm just sorry. This is how Bitcoin works. Like, we go down to the 4-hour chart. It has a rejection. So 3 times, I need to get this SPY thing on my chart. So you have 1, 2, really this is kind of a rejection, but 1, 2, 3 rejections off your 200 SMA. 3 rejections. It doesn't get much worse than that. You have a cross down of your 50 and your 20 SMA below your 100 and your 200. Not only was that fucking bad enough, your 100 is crossing below your 200, bro. Like, no, and then it's like, it's bad, man. Like, it is bad. I'm sorry. Like, I understand that, like, I could understand how you could be bullish on Bitcoin. Like, don't get me wrong. Bitcoin can do some like crazy stuff, and it can prove me wrong. Bitcoin can prove me wrong if it wants to. But as of right now, I'm looking at like the most bearish shit like I've ever seen. Like, go back test this shit in Bitcoin's price history. Like, put on some weekly EMAs on Bitcoin. Like, make a simple moving average support band on Bitcoin. Like, you will see like maybe 2 times. Like, let's go to our weekly. Okay, this isn't actually the correct support bands I need to be showing you, but like they'll work for now. Like, you actually are supposed to use a different set of EMAs, but it doesn't even matter because you'll see. You think so? Look, you come up and then you're like, oh, the support bands didn't work. The support bands work in confluence with the 200 SMA. And what happened? You did break the support bands, but you got a rejection from the 200 and fell. The only really time that you've been able to do a fake out and kind of break that rule was kind of here and right here. So pretty much only twice did it happen, and it had almost the same kind of structure where you make this like failure pattern, then it's like a fake out, and you make this kind of like failure pattern at $30, and then you go on this kind of like overextension run where you became overextended right here and then had this huge dump. Well, we went way fucking overextended here. You got 2 rejections from your support bands, 3 rejections from your daily 200 SMA, and your 100 is crossing down below your 200. Like, this shit is cooked. Like, I will get proven wrong maybe, but I'm serious. Like, this thing's about a dump pretty bad, especially if you see a break below this recent low and this midline, it should dump pretty bad. So I mean, if we look at SPY still trying to play out. Like, we're already in the short zone. Yeah, could have like miraculously kind of shoot up and hit this like full extension on this like on this smaller bearish harmonic. Like, we hit this like 1.618 extension at like 575. Like, yeah, maybe you could do that. Maybe you could make one last little top. I mean, XRP, same idea really quickly, but I mean, same idea as Bitcoin. It'll bring it down. But if we look at Nvidia, this thing's already heading down. So really, you want to see it break its support bands here at around like $110 or something, and then break its 200. So basically, like, nail in the coffin is breaking the 200 daily SMA. But you do see we're on the weekly chart, and your MACD is trying to come back down here. So I mean, if we go to the 4-hour. I don't know why extended hours are on. We can turn this off. If you go to the 4-hour, you do get a rejection from your support bands here, and then you started breaking below your 50 and your 20. So if your 20 breaks, kind of next stop is that 109 area. If we go to our other Nvidia chart here, let's go to Nvidia. Yeah, I mean, kind of your next target would be kind of breaking this channel and then all the way down to $80, and that would take you below your 200. I mean, this is probably like a very obvious bearish structure here, and there's not really any other way to kind of interpret it, where you have this, you know, kind of just 3 tops here, and then you had a double top within this. This shit's bearish. Like, Nvidia was trading at, so you had the most anticipated earnings of all fucking time, and Nvidia is trading at 70x earnings, like 40x sales, like, compared to the rest of the Max 7 is trading at like maybe 30x earnings, maybe like 10x sales. Like this shit is an overvalued stock. Like, there's like no other way to really say it. So I can't really be bullish on Nvidia again unless you break your recent top and you break this validation level at like 130. So for now, yes, we are still kind of bearish. I mean, we're still bearish on Nvidia. I mean, you should be targeting next to 100 and then see how it reacts. It is kind of interesting that SPY was able to kind of maintain itself while Nvidia was dumping. So that is kind of interesting. But I mean, anyways, like, going back to GME and all this stuff, it's like, seriously, man, just have patience. Like, I know you've had patience for so long, and I know it gets frustrating, but we're fine. I mean, we're at the finish line. You know what I mean? Like, we're at the finish line. It's like I've already seen everything that I need to see. Like, I've already seen it all. Like, anything that you think that I haven't seen, I've fucking seen it. Like, I have seen it, man. Like, just have patience, you know? And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna make a video and be like, yes, tomorrow's the day that MOAS is gonna happen. Tomorrow you're gonna have a 20% run. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna make a video saying that. I'm not gonna make a video doing that shit in my Discord, because I mean, trading shouldn't be viewed like that anyways. That's not really how trading is done. It's not how you should operate as a trader, because it's not a sustainable practice. It's not a sustainable practice. I mean, if I were to sit here and try to map out the exact, I mean, I tried to earlier in the video, like on the 5-minute, but if I'm gonna sit here and map out like every freaking macro level, like, why even do that with a stock like GME? It's actually pointless to even do that. But going into tomorrow, like, you do want to see a recovery of the 100 SMA at 2184, and seriously, you just want to maintain this level, and then you want to reclaim your local top. Like, you want to see that, if not tomorrow, into the beginning of next week. You want to see a reclaim of your local top, and at least 2230. So like you want to see a reclaim of at least 2230 and your recent top, and you want to see a reclaim of, we can put our support bands back on. So this is actually good. If we go to our weekly support bands, we're actually right above them, so we're still maintaining them on the weekly. So that's good. The weekly looks fine. I mean, literally look at the weekly chart. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. I don't really have any complaints there. But yeah, I mean, that's the whole video. AMC's like literally same thing. I mean, it's just we're still trading in that pennant, and it's like we're in the fucking end game. Like, insert that Doctor Strange meme. Like we're literally in the end game, and I know you got to hold on a little bit longer. We'll look at costs, and cost is fine. Actually, you do kind of see a kind of repeating pattern here, where you see this curvature, and you come back down. See this curvature, and you come back down. I mean, this isn't. Maybe if you went, we won't even look at lower time frame, but so I mean, I'm not even worried about cost, to be honest with you. But yeah, just pay attention to those levels. Just pay attention to this liquidity zone break. Just like literally have patience. Like this like micro stuff is like really just pointless at this point. That's why I don't really try to make videos on that stuff. But anyway, that's the whole video, and we're mad chilling. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, I mean, when all this, if we get like a substantial move on GME, like I'll try to drop what I'm doing and live stream and like try to give you levels and stuff. Not financial advice, but I'll try to do that as soon as I can. And yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.